Welcome back to Vader TV. This is John Shinal, and I'm here with Steve Larsen of Krugle, the Behind the Firewall search company. We're here for our Lessons Learned series, Steve. We talk to veteran entrepreneurs about what they've learned. Now, yours has been an interesting journey.
Yes.
You've started 4 different companies, including this one. One of them keeps going. You told me you like to be early in, and then you move on. What's with your DNA that's your style to get in and get in?
Yeah, well, the companies are CitySearch, which everybody I think is familiar with CitySearch, and that went public. I was on the founding team there, and then joined the founding team of Net Perceptions, which is in the Twin Cities, which is a collaborative filtering company, and that went public as well in the bubble. And then I was the CEO of Big Fix, which is on an IPO path. It's a company that's doing very, very well. It's a security software company over in Emeryville, California. I think Krugle could probably be bigger than all of the other 3. It's a tremendous technology applied in a space that has a lot of pain that nobody else has really figured out how to solve. But the thing about early stage companies is there is a certain sort of capturing lightning in the bottle aspect of an early stage company. You're making decisions that make or break the company every week. Prior to getting involved in startups, I was, worked at AT&T and even Control Data Corporation, very large companies. And I think 5 years at those companies, I never made a decision that made or break the company. Probably never made or change the stock price by 10 cents.
Yeah.
So the idea of being there early when your decisions really matter, decisions about people, decisions about funding and your investors, decisions about branding, decisions about product directions, those are all critical to the success of the company. And you're also doing it in an environment where you know every single person on the team, you know their strengths, and you can kind of, it's a lot of fun. It's very different than working in a larger company.
And what have you learned, at least, let's say, fundraising?
Oh, fundraising? Well, it's like raising money from banks. The best way to fundraise is if you don't need money.
Right.
They want to give you money if you really have multiple options for getting money, and the more options that you have for funding, the more the easier it is to raise money. So for me, the process of funding is about how do you get at least 2, but hopefully 3 or 4 people kind of all heading down, getting you a term sheet at the same time, because then you're going to have the greatest number of options. And
you have any good war stories related to that in terms of something that happened in terms of funding?
Probably the best war stories I would have would be fundraising for CitySearch with Charles Kahn, who was really a master at it. And he raised a lot of money from our strategic partners. So we would go in and propose basically a partnership with them, where they would be paying us to do a lot of work. And then after they kind of agreed on sort of the trade-off on paying us to do this work, and then be a joint ownership he would then propose a joint ownership of this entity that we would create in their market. And in essence, he was pitching fundraising at the same time we were doing deals with him. It was absolutely brilliant.
Right, yeah. No, we got there quicker and less expensively for him, probably.
Yes.
Now, how about either product development or hiring? Some lessons there.
Well, hiring lessons is don't be afraid to shoot a lot higher. A lot of people think, well, this really established good person working in a big company, has a mortgage, has children, won't come to work for a small startup. If they're the right person, go after them and explain to, because you're going to make them rich, and they're going to make you rich because they're the right person to do that job. So persistence is important, and aim high. Believe that your company, even though it's just an idea that you have, is justifiably can get the very, very best people. And if you're building a company for the long term, you want to hire people that are the best in their space, because those people early on, they attract other people of that same caliber. And so if you want to attract really great people, you want to hire the best people right off the bat. I have a great story there on developers.
Yeah, no, if you can share it quickly.
We have a developer, an Ajax developer, who's a double PhD out of Berkeley. He's written 70 articles on programming. I consider him probably one of the top 5 Ajax programmers in the world. So when I put an ad on LinkedIn to say, come and join one of the top 5 Ajax programmers in the world, somebody wrote back, well, you meant top 5%. And I wrote back, no, top 5. And they wrote back, well, so who's your guy? So I basically wrote out Chris's credentials and emailed it back. And I said, this is what Chris has done, and this is what he's doing for us. And oh, by the way, Chris is looking for someone that he can learn from. Are you that guy?
Oh, okay.
And I didn't hear anything back.
Right, because no one else could, because he was the axe, so to speak.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, Steve, thanks for the stories.
You
Appreciate it. Okay, we're here speaking with Steve Larsen, the co-founder and CEO of Krugle. For Vader TV, this is John Shinal.